Welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. My name is Tobal. Look, there's a little tiny chicken. I'm going to take a final nap here. Ooh, I almost forgot our clothing. Let me grab that here in just a second. But we're almost ready. In fact, we are pretty much good to go. Oh, shoot. You know what? I meant to cancel this. Sarah is kind of starving right now, so let me go grab some food real quick. I've got a few things that are still needing to be moved and organized, but thankfully the using the sorting manager, the zone manager here attached to the vehicle. So basically this tile is my dump tile. And then I'll organize everything else from there. Oh, I did have some logs I didn't really mean to bring with me. So I'm going to have to move those down the road. But yeah, let's see. Food is in range of our chair too, which is kind of helpful. So let's go ahead and pop open. I must have ran out of my tins of food somewhere. So I might just go ahead and make a MRE real quick. But yeah, we're pretty much good to go. We're going to go ahead and take a quick nap. I'm going to eat some crackers. I'm going to try to clean this out a little bit more. There's just a few things, but you know, we've got all of our guns here in one big tile. Our medicines in here, our books are in here. I think I forgot some clothing and maybe a couple other items. You know what I've completely forgot about though? This entire time we've been here, there have been... Oh god, I left the door open. Oh no, our chickens are nowhere to be found. Well, I had chicken somewhere that I was going to totally slaughter. But now I can't seem to find the grown chickens. There's brown chick. I think that's just the chick, not the adult hen. Oh well, we'll come back to those maybe down the road. It's like tucked in the corner. They're like, please don't eat me. There is a vehicle module for transporting animals, so maybe that's going to be something else down the road that we might want to do if we wind up getting a pet. I have no idea if it's easy or difficult to manage, but could be fun. Maybe we'll be able to bring a cow from like point A to point B, and we'll just put it in the back of our giant animal container. That also might be a way to transport something like a dog or a cat. I probably want to grab these blankets, by the way. We'll grab this. Let's see. Did we forget all the clothing? What's to my northwest? Yeah, sure enough. I kind of forgot to bring all the clothes. So let's pull them out. Did I forget the books too? I lied to you about the books. So I forgot all the books so far. Drag all those. Let's see. Is this stack big enough? Yeah, kind of. I like how long it takes me. It's almost taking like in one of the movements there. It was taking me like 1 hour per step. Actually, it almost is right now. It's almost like 45 minutes just to move from like point A to point B with all of this stuff here. So let's grab a bit of a drink. Do we even have? Let's see. Purify the water in carry. Do we have water in here at all? Oh, I don't have any water in here. Shoot. There's some clean water here. We'll just drink this until we manage to fill up the tank. So we're still thirsty. Let me drink some of that. We are engorged and hydrated. So did I give a tile for the actual books themselves? I don't quite know. Let's do the organized thing. It's really cool. You're able to just organize from wherever you are. It seems like my character doesn't move around at all. She's just putting stuff wherever it needs to go. So what's still in here? A lot of armor still in here, which might indicate that our clothing pile is completely full. So this is supposed to be the clothing and other stuff. And the other section has a bunch of logs. So I must have left the logs to be transferred on accident. Let me move some more stuff around, and I will be right back with you. Right, so I think by and large we are pretty much all set to go. The only thing that's pretty much full is clothing. So I might take a few minutes to break down some things that we're not going to be really using. There are some like filthy backpacks here that we just, we already have backpacks. We can craft a lot of the items we need right now. So maybe we'll just pare down a lot of the basic stuff that might not quite be as necessary for this long drive. But otherwise, most of the other tiles, I think, have a bit of room. I also found out you can label things by pressing A here. So you can, if you know what you've got, in one particular tile, you're able to label it. But otherwise, we are pretty good. There are the, I think it was the spare parts tile, which is right here, is super full of a bunch of raw materials. So spare parts has a crap ton of stuff. So I was trying to find anything that might be overweight. Well, we actually have 429 rags. So maybe we don't need all of those rags. So we'll probably dump out a couple hundred of those. Because pretty much at any point, you should be able to go into a town and grab as many rags as you need by just disassembling clothing. So we'll drop a few hundred bazillion out here. Honestly, I don't really need this many rags. We'll drop all the filthy rags too. Otherwise, this is kind of our crafting pile. This is where a lot of the items we'd be using to craft would come from. And then we've got our weapons magazines. That's all set. This tile was going to be our dumping tile, so maybe I could use this as my other tile as well. drugs, bionics, and then other. So whatever random stuff here. I don't know if we need to keep this or not. Is other stuff, are these items that you could actually use? I might move all the other stuff outside to see if we can break it down at all. All right, everything is set. This is going to be the last time we set foot in this farmhouse for at least a little while. We're going to be on the road. I also found out that I had a bunch of 60-liter tanks of gas. So we do have an engine with us. I have it in one of the tiles. I'll have to use a lot of searching to find where all my stuff is until I remember where the heck things are. So there is a V12 and a V8 engine we could install if we need to. So that shouldn't be bad. We might be able to have the parts on hand to mend it. But otherwise, I think we should get out of Dodge. A lot of the stuff I had to leave behind is mostly some excess materials. I like that we have this in front. Oh, I did forget to put the RAM on. You know what? That's fine. I don't plan... I'll try to be not super aggressive in taking this bad boy through town too much. And before I do anything else, I almost left one of the cranes here. I can probably grab... Yeah, let's actually remove the pallet lifter. I don't know why, but our little folded vehicle here, I was able to find it. It was just, I guess it was underneath my vehicle. It kind of just got spat out at some point. So I will put that somewhere. Can I just put everything I want right there? And then do my organization thing? Sure enough. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So everything is where we need it to be. What's right here? Bunch of dirty... That's from a zombie underneath us. So, all right. The USS something is nice and going on the road. All right. Off we go, my friends, on new adventures. Where do we go? Now what do we do? Watch us go all this way, and I'll just drive right into Bristol and get shot. So, we've been to the north. There is the city of Knox here. Maybe... The only thing I'm worried about is that normally if there's a road that takes you from, like, across, one area to another area, you'll see it on the map. So, the fact that this road ends and goes into the National Guard camp, and this road ends, makes me think that there might be a forest between here and the city of Knox. So, I think Knox might be a good next target. And in order to get there, we're going to take our road north of Bristol, all the way up past the science lab, and we could probably loop around up by Gloucester. It's a long drive, but I think there's some vehicles on the road that we could use to, we could loot some items there from the vehicle. I'm going to keep an eye out for any vehicles, especially, of course, with diesel and random parts on the ground. So I will let you know if we find anything interesting. Otherwise, it's going to be road time for a bit. So here's going to be a good test. I kind of forgot all about the fact that we have a lovely little turret on here. Spotted zombie, we're in safe mode. So let me fire the turret. I'm curious to see how this laser cannon does. Number one, well, it's only certain range, so let's see if they'll come after us. Not so much. We're going to have to move up just a bit to poke our good friends. Let go, fire. There we go. So let's try a shot here. Oh my gosh, is this a one-shot for everything ever? Oh my goodness. Do we just find a one-shot weapon that's going to kill all of our enemies? It does use a decent-sized charge, but look at that. Look how fast the battery recharged, actually. That's really exciting. Let's try this one more time. Let's test it out. Let's move forward just a bit. Fat zombie and a tough zombie right in front of us. Cool, we'll stop here. And this makes me almost want to test going into the camp. But I don't want to just lose what we just made. So let's try this guy here. So one shot, completely exploded, 230 damage, and we only used a tiny bit of charge off of the car battery, it looks like, or maybe it was off of this one, but it's 99%, and then I think as long as we wait 1 second or two, it's going to refill with all of the solar panels on the vehicle. So really, we could get ourselves an automated turret and use that to just roll up into town and let our vehicle do all the damage for us. Oh, I'm so beyond excited. I'm so thrilled that this is going to be a thing. Okay, we're coming up on the old mansion. This is where we also had another vehicle lying around, so I might try to see if there's anything we might need to borrow from that. Because we had I think it was an APC that was sitting around there. So if it has a turret that's automated, I might steal the automated turret system. And I might also steal a couple of pieces of the vehicle itself. Now, was there food still at the mansion? Because we are probably going to start getting hungry. Oh, and what else I forgot to be keeping an eye out for has been animals. Because I meant to, or we need to, rather, still get some long-term food storage going. So if I happen to see another moose, we're going to have to take a bit of a break and go hunting. Let's stop the vehicle. And let's see how the vehicle did overall. We did hit a couple of things. Just a small amount of damage on the composite armor. And everything else still looks really, really good. That's great. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right. So let me go over to... I'm going to have to get a... Maybe I'll leave like a small storage box right here where I can dump the things I use the most often. We talked about that when we were back at our base, but I'll try to find my tools real quick. I think I'm going to snag these giant external tanks as well. We need metal sawing of 2 or more, so let me go grab my hacksaw as well. There we go. In my inventory, 1 hacksaw. Cool. So let's grab 2 of these tanks. We can put these on the back of our vehicle. And we'll use them for probably water storage. Maybe. I don't know how much diesel is in these bad boys. I don't think it's much of anything, is there? 9.6 liters right now? That's not bad. I'd rather not have these exposed if there's something that might, you know, cause us damage. So this has a Mark 19 turret on it. So let's remove the turret itself, or the weapon itself. Now, the turret mount, is this a manual one? Oh, this is a manual turret mount. That's right. Okay, so it's still not the one we're looking for. What else do we have here? Anything else that might be of interest to us? They might have, let's see, a V6 engine. Beyond that, not really. I'm still confused as to why. We talked about this before. So the security camera is in the back. See, this seems like it would work. Maybe it's different because it's on a door? Although now we do have this on a door. Remember, before I had just plating. So maybe this time, if I can find the camera system... Let me step up a notch. Maybe it's in a different tile. Do we seriously leave the camera back at home? Well, guess what? There's a camera system right here. So let me grab the camera off you. For funsies and for science. We need screwdriving of 1 or more. I don't quite know where everything is yet, so I'm not going to be able to like quickly grab anything for a little bit. So let's remove the camera. Okay, let's move everything over to our truck. And if we install the camera back here, maybe that was my problem. Security camera. Does it look like... Okay, so it looks like their truck now. It looks like how they've got theirs. So control, turn on camera system. Okay, cool. Now we can see behind us. I think it was because the camera was mounted on top of a plating, either that had a roof or just something that had, you know, all plate. So we couldn't really see anything out that direction. That's good enough. At least we have a backup camera now, which is kind of cool. Is it? Yeah, we should be bright enough to keep this going no matter what. Sounds great. Any more diesel in this vehicle? Not really. 0.5. Nothing else I think that we might need. So we'll install these items and be on our way. Since we have the space, let's go ahead and grab this Mark 19 grenade launcher just for fun. We might be able to break it down at some point and use it to destroy more of our enemies, although I think our giant laser turret of doom is going to do most of that job for us. I think we haven't been through Gloucester much. No, we did go a little bit, but we didn't go too far deep. Let's go ahead and go into Shaftesbury and see if we can't kill some enemies, and I need to grab more food. So hopefully that'll have a lot of tin food around, especially if we're able to just kind of walk in and go a murdering. I've never been able to clear an entire town before, so this is going to open up a ton of new opportunities, and honestly, it kind of might make the game a bit boring. We might be at the point where we're so, you know, kind of beefy-ish, other than a couple modifications to the vehicle. There may not be much else that I'd like to do, other than, you know, continue to explore, get more fuel, get more food, things like that, but long-term, I guess the final items for me would be the ability to go into a bunker or a science lab, right? That's going to be a big one. And also to try the mutation system out. We haven't done anything with mutations at all. And I would kind of like to find out how mutations work. So that is still something that I'd like to do. Otherwise, I'll just keep on going. Oh yeah, I meant to do more a vehicle ram on front. We'll get that at some point. What are you guys doing outside of town? Oh, there's an iBot here. Let's cruise past the iBot. Oh, hey, there's some NPCs up here. Well, hey, bandit friends. How you guys doing? You guys are having a good old day, I bet. You know, just trying to rob people. Oh, just kidding. They're totally not right here. This should be... Is this where we killed them before? I don't see any. Maybe we already killed them. I do remember killing some bandits. I think this might have been it. Yeah, this is where they were kind of tucked in here, and they came out, and we had a little bit of a battle. I thought that the Screamer zombie was one of those guys. Fair enough. Oh yeah, that reminds me I need a flamethrower. All these guys, the fungal dudes. If we ever hit a town that we want to loot, and they're covered in fungal guys, I think I want to take care of that. Oh look! Helena and Casey get angry. That's cool. We're just going to stop our vehicle, come to a nice gentle stop. I don't know if we're in range yet or not. They're not quite... Let me move up just a bit. I think we're pretty well protected with what the, both the reinforced windows and the other stuff, the plating. Yeah, so you're pretty much a bandit, so we're going to take a good shot at you and wreck your day. We're also going to try to take out this tent. I think the other one's inside the tent. Helena Ogle dies. And was the other one... Is the other one dead too? No, you're still hanging out. I do see blood spatter in here. I wonder if they're just in the tent, like, grasping their wounds. That's great. Holy crap. I'll tell you what, let's be a little bit careful. Let's move into a little bit closer. And we'll loot from the other side. I really hope they don't have mines. Is that ever a thing? Let me go loot their bodies. At some point, I also need to figure out which weapon we want to stick with. Like, we need to get some kind of rifle. I never really have a rifle on me. Hey, ravioli, lovely. Cream soda, we'll take that. Everything else is kind of meh. Glock 17, we could probably use the Glock mag. So we'll drop the Glock mag. I think the person up here is dead. Yep, sure enough. We'll take your diver's watch, because remember, that has those clockworks that we could use. And some we almost destroyed all the beans in here. Awesome. We're probably getting a little bit hungry, so I'm just going to eat the ravioli that they had. And I'll drop this stuff off in the weapons slot. But yeah, I think I did clean up some of the weapons, and I wound up repairing some of them using the tools that we had. We have both a gunsmith tool, I think, and some other type of tool that lets you repair weapons. So I think I'd like to use something that you... Like, probably the SIG, honestly. The SIG should use 223, which is a pretty common ammunition. Do we have any 223 ourselves, though? We really don't have any 223. Is it going to show up as something like .223? Not really. What if we try to just grab it and reload it? Let's grab the 6.552. We have 2 Stanag magazines with Remington 30. So we at least have some ammunition on us. Let's grab that Stanag mag. There we go. And we'll drop the rest of the stuff off. I'd like to at least have some weapon on me if we're going to, you know, keep going into other areas and poking people every so often. Drop the rest of my stuff off. We'll keep the gun on us. I'll probably need to get a gun sling if we don't already have one. I bet we could probably craft it, to be honest. I'm going to stop here and grab a couple of the solar panels from this vehicle, because they've got just nothing but reinforced solar panels. We are in an area that has... why is my camera all sorts of funky? What is the recenter camera? Center view is this. There we go. I think I got a bit bugged because I was aiming off to one side. So let me grab my couple of items here, and I'm going to grab those solar panels and install them on our truck. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just cleaning a little bit of house here. Little buggers will keep coming up on me as I'm trying to, you know, just mind my own business and steal some solar panels. So I'm trying to burn down their whole area, but I don't think we can without more fire. Oh, there it goes. It took a second to catch. Beautiful. Nothing like a little bit of fungal fire in the morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me move back up a little bit. Hopefully we're not in... I don't think it does damage to the vehicle, does it? Let's see. Right side of the vehicle. No, there's no damage there. We should be pretty good. I'm going to move past this. Back up to where the... You see what? Let's actually back up. Just in case the fire spreads onto the road a wee bit. I'm going to back up in front of it. Or right behind the solar panel vehicle. And I'm going to install some of these upgraded solar panels for just a few minutes here. That's pretty cool. So every single roof tile of our vehicle has some sort of solar panel on it. What I might do, we actually have quite a few upgraded solar panels. Now, we can't craft, if I remember right, we don't know how to make the upgraded solar array. Or do we? This is the upgraded solar panel. This is the upgraded reinforced solar array. Reinforced solar panel requires what? Reinforced pane of glass. So we're not going to have this, will we? Or is upgraded considered to be a normal solar panel? One solar panel and a reinforced glass. Interesting. So we really don't have any way of making any other solar arrays, I don't think. It's 12 solar panels, but does it count? Let's see. Tell you what. Can we just grab one solar panel? Let's grab one solar panel, go back into the chair, and see if we can't craft... look at the array. No, we don't have any. So it would say like 12 of one, meaning you have one of the required amount. So I'm guessing you actually have to have the normal solar array or solar panels in order to install the array. However, if I replace all of the solar panels I've got on the roof and we keep them in our storage over time, we should be able to eventually... Oh, hey, are we destroying the hive thing over here? Is that a good thing or bad thing? I've never killed the hive thing. Let's try... Let's drive up to it. I've never seen the tower before. Or messed with a tower. Let's try to go poke at it a little bit. What's the worst that could happen? Truly. Now, let's stop here. Let go of the controls. I feel like we're fighting a boss. You're a tough little bugger, aren't you? I think it's dead, right? Hooray! We've successfully killed the boss thing. Whatever this was, we've killed it. Huge success. Making a note here. Alright. Can we eat these things, by the way? Are these, fibrous stalk? Very fibrous. I mean, okay, just for fun. I don't see anything that's going to kill us, I don't think. He says right before he gets some kind of lung disease. Let's put this in the fridge. Oh, it doesn't seem to go bad, actually. Okay, so does it... Is it anything we could actually make? Can I search for stalk? Cooked cattail steak. Stalk, rather. Cattail stalk. I have no idea how to see if... Like an ingredient, maybe? Recipes which are memorized. Any skill. Components. Component. Stalk. Oh, here we go. That's all cattail. More cattail. So nothing requires the kind of stalk that I have, I guess. Seems like no. So I'm guessing this just is not going to count as anything we can ever use unless we're able to somehow break it down. Fibrous stalk, can we disassemble it somehow? I would doubt that, but you never know. This game has some really weird stuff. It does have a disassembly option with a tool of cutting. So let's search for a knife all around me. This would give me just plant fiber. That's actually a lot of plant fiber, though. So aren't there other recipes that will give you quite a bit of plant fiber or would use plant fiber? Let's take a look at here. Let's do, again, search for components of fiber. I should actually just say plant fiber cooking, but there's a ton of stuff that would use normal plant fiber, but I wish I could see any, how would you call this? Cooking? Okay, skill required. So S, cooking, and then C, fiber? Not so much, apparently. So there's no cooking items that uses... so yeah, there's nothing that uses the cooking skill that requires the item of fiber, it looks like. So, fair enough. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really, again, 100% familiar with it, but... Alright, I'll go back to my solar panel idea, and I'll be right back. So this is the last upgraded solar panel we have. However, at this point, I think our entire roof is now upgraded solar panels. So we should have a pretty great charge during the day. And it seems like it's alright. Like right now, we're already full. And that means we've got 4 or 5 storage batteries completely full at the moment because of all of our glorious, glorious panels. So what do you have left on the ground? Nope, nothing we really need. I'm going to have Sarah take a bit of a nap because she's tired. And we'll turn the headlamp off. I will straighten the vehicle out mostly because I hate when it's all funky like this. I think people can get inside of it because they haven't quite fixed this aspect of, like, when you're taking a turn in a vehicle, I don't think they've quite fixed that yet. So people can, or things can still get through. Dang it. I didn't quite straighten it out here. Small minor details. There we go. Let's see how it is for Sarah to sleep in the first day on the road. Right, she's all good to go. Let's go ahead and head back on our way. I'm going to try to pull up to these turrets, actually. I'm kind of curious. Oh, God. Our little friends have made another reappearance in the night. Good night. Holy crap. That is so nuts how fast these buggers can take over a town. Let's go ahead and just bypass the turrets for now. I really don't want to mess around when there's these fibrous buggers here and there. I'm almost kind of curious if the turret would take a shot at us, how well our vehicle would do in terms of defense. But I think overall we're in pretty good shape. All right, onward to the town. This is the town of Shaftesbury we're coming up on. Didn't we have another Shaftesbury before? Or am I just making stuff up? Okay, so it's another town named Shaftesbury. Shaftesbury Part 2. I swear to God, if it's filled with fungus, we're just going to set the whole damn town on fire. Or bandits. This is fun. I like bandit hunting. This is really successful for us. Alright, we'll come to a complete halt. Wait for the vehicle to come to a complete halt before opening fire on the bandits. Oh my God. This is like cheating. It's amazing. I cannot wait until we're able to just get an automated turret to take care of all the hard work for us. Anything else on you, my friend? Not really. You've got just a utility thing. You do have a short bow's kind of meh. I would take a composite bow or something like that, but at the moment, not so much. All right. These two bandits have been taking... Look at... You know what? We're doing the world a favor. We're taking out banditry and filth all along the highway. So this is Sarah Brown doing her service to her nation, even though the nation is now fallen apart. Okay, town of Shaftesbury. We need some food. So we're going to try to get in here. Do a bit of looting for some tinned food. And if I happen to see any animals, I got to remember to keep an eye out for any critters. Because if we see a mooses or some deerses... not chipmunks so much, but if we see any of the other ones, I'd like to go on a hunt. All right, more, I don't know, can we just, like, roll up into town? And honestly, well, is this Shaftesbury proper? No, this is the outskirts, so this is going to be a rather large city. I would like to figure out a way to get my visuals here on the side of the vehicle. That would be kind of nice. I'm not quite sure how we're going to be able to see behind us much. Although I think with the turret, if it's on automated, it would still have to see, right? It's not going to just know that there's stuff to the side. It would have to have some kind of camera system to tell it. So this might be something that's a little bit tasty. What are you? You're a Titanus. It looks like a dodo, only much bigger, longer, with muscular legs and a predatory gleam. So this might be something we could kill and harvest. There's also a bobcat here too. Let me grab my butchering knife, if we have one of those. And we'll try to go stab it with an owl pike, hopefully without ruining too much of the body. Okay, well that didn't quite work out the way I was hoping for. We kind of made it explode. It's just butchery refuse at this point. What about you, my little friend? Are you something that we can get some pieces of without destroying? Can I bait you out of here? I'm just going to keep climbing the fence till I'm close enough. Oh, he's scared of me. He's going to come attack me in like 3 seconds, I know it. Okay, so we killed it. It is a bruised Titanus corpse. Right, so let's go ahead and field dress the corpse, right? That's going to keep it from rotting a little bit longer. Alright, we were able to get some stuff together. What's next to us here? We've got all around us, reset the filter. Okay, let's go ahead and bring everything together into one piece. And let's drag this back. Zombie dog is dangerously close. No, we don't have to worry about that. Please. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to go kill the zombie dog, mostly because this thing's going to drive me crazy. There you go. Okay. No more warnings about things that are close to us. So we'll get all this stuff out. I have to go around this way a little bit. We'll kill a little bunny, maybe. The thorny shambler is very close. Excuse me? Where? Oh, it's the thing outside the gate here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll try to kill him. What? Are we having trouble here or what? Oh, hi. You just wound up coming right through the gate. Lovely of you. Okay, so we have our corpse on our hands, right? We've got a bruised Titanus corpse. Now, what's the best way? We're not gonna be able to do a full butchery, right? Because we don't have, or can we get a foldable butchery rack? I don't think we can. Or butchery or butcher. I know we did have the, actually, why don't we do this? 25 butchering quality. Let's make a butcher knife. Didn't even think about that. So let's make a butcher knife. Then we'll try to do a full, we can't do a full butchery unless we're next to a tree, I think. Wow, this took a long time. That's awkward. How long is this thing until it's done? 58%. Yeah, we'll wait on that bad boy. Let's just keep that in our inventory for the moment. So we can do a, how long, did you even go bad from that? It took so dang long. Butcher the Titanus with a quick butchery takes 8 minutes. Skin the corpse. Let's see, this will leave everything alone, right? A little bit of hide, quarter. Let's do a quick butchery then, because we don't have the materials necessary, I don't believe, and to do the other stuff, to do the full butchery for the moment. So let's put this all into the vehicle. I think, can I just organize it? It's gonna screw everything up. Okay, then we can probably do, if I turn on my headlamp, we can probably do some dehydration of the meat, right? Nice. This is going to take 1 hour and 43 minutes. Wonderful. Let's see how good this works out to be. Right, so we have 14 cuts of dehydrated meat. If I go to Shift E to eat it, it's going to say, not Shift R, but Shift E. Dehydrated meat will last 2 seasons. That's amazing. And I think if we refrigerate it, wouldn't it last a little bit longer as well? So that's exciting. What else can we cook here in the food menu now? So some meat jerky, that's going to actually use the scrap of meat, right? So what happened to, we can actually do more dehydrated meat? More and more unit of it? We're not killing our battery, are we? Nope. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we've done everything we need to do from that. So there, we have some bone. Can we make some bone glue? We can make some bone glue. Let's make a little bit of bone glue just to have it on hand. Trying to think of all the items we might want to make from one corpse. This is going to be nice, though, if we're able to, you know, kill an animal and then butcher it and make use of pretty much all of the parts of it. We can make more lard here, which is going to, I think when you make lard, it's going to give you cracklins. So that's going to be a nice change. We're going to have some decent food there. What else are we able to make here? Broth from the plant marrow. Oh, that's, I think that might have been, did this already go bad? Let me find the plant marrow here. We have a bunch of items that have gone bad recently. Cheese spread, tortellini entree. Oh, when did I leave that out? Oh, that's cheese tortellini, so I guess I didn't care too much. Dehydrated meat, cheese. Okay, so the plant marrow is going to go bad in 2 days. So let's go ahead and make that as well. Since we're on a bit of a crafting kick, we'll make some broth here. Probably just going to drink it, honestly. Because we don't really have too many storage containers for. We should have like a 60-liter gallon or a 60-liter tank just for soups. Delicious soups. What is pelmeni? Pelmeni? Cooked dumplings. So this is going to use dehydrated meat. I want to make sure I don't use my dehydrated meat for other recipes. Animal cooking oil we already have. We have some bone meal. We can do that too. Because I'm sure that'll come in handy into something else. Waste bread. Flour is a commodity these days. And to deal with that, most survivors resort to mix it with leftovers of other ingredients and bake it all into bread. So flour, bone meal, protein powder. That's gross. How much would this net us? 3 portions of one. Okay, using one of the one-time cooking. That wouldn't be too bad if we have extra stuff. Cooked brains. Ooh, lovely. Can we prep anything else? We can rehydrate the meat. Lemonade, cooked scrap. Okay, so I think we'll do... Let's look for meat. I want to see what all the things we can do with it right now. We can't can it because we don't have any jars. We don't have enough scraps of the meat either. Okay. We don't have any plastic bags. We don't have any more chunks too. So chunks are larger than scraps. Fair enough. Meat soup, meat jerky is going to need vegetables, which it looks like we don't have. Now, in this thing here, would we be able to use the, what am I trying to think of? The plant stuff that we got from the fibrous stalk. I don't think I see it in here. Plant marrow, but not the plant other things. Right, okay, so that, I guess we're not going to be able to do that. Either, I was just curious of what else we could possibly do with the meat stuff. So, I'll cook the rest of this, and we'll be on our way deeper into the town. Alright, so we were able to make quite a bit of food from that. That was kind of cool. So we got some dehydrated meat that's going to last 2 seasons. So the more things we kill like that, mostly we're going to be more of a, it'll be an issue of quantity rather than things going bad. So as long as we can keep stocking up on the dehydrated meat, we're going to be in really, really good shape. And then I think we extend the life once it gets cold, and we have it in the refrigerator. I guess I could replace this with a freezer, but I would like to keep the ability to eat the food as opposed to it always being frozen all the time. We're not using one of these cargo racks, so maybe one of these could be removed for a freezer if we ever feel like it, but at the moment, I'm okay with how it is. So, I think what we'll do is put a cut in here for this video. Next video, we're going to get into the towns of, well, this is Shaftesbury. Oh, Shaftesbury was a really small town over here. So we've got Shaftesbury, Gilmanton. I know I wanted to go south to try to see if we could get into Knox and Kent. So that, actually, this road here, south of Gloucester, might be the route I need to go. So I might head back towards Gloucester, heading south. We'll go around Shaftesbury, seeing if there's any other things to grab real quick. And yeah, I'll catch you again next episode, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.